When he got to like the age of 20 something, I think he was finished.
Okay.
But it's interesting that like that was happening.
Yeah.
So another question mark, probably another reason to dead Diana is if that is true, and that he isn't their son or his
The
son.
illegitimate bastard
Yeah,
son.
because what would you do if you're the royals? They care all about how everything looks.
Yeah, yeah,
They got
yeah,
to present it, and like we can't have any scandals. We've got to be perfect all the
yeah.
time. Look at the way they dress, look at the way they speak, look at the tiniest things that they care about.
Everything.
Like, it's ridiculous. And all these traditions they've got as well. So imagine, like, what would you do in that situation if you were the queen? You'd be like, cool, let's swap him out. We'll send him somewhere. We'll
Unalive him somewhere.
unalive him somewhere, and we'll crack on, and we'll carry on pretending that he's your son. So kind of benefits them actually if
Yeah.
he But I guess the real Harry, or the Harry that they have now, if he isn't the real Harry, well, he also knows the truth,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
also a problem. So now Meghan will probably know the truth too, because their husband and wife is not going to keep secrets from her.
Mm,
So interesting, a lot of interesting things. So whether that's true or not, I don't know,
yeah.
because again, it was in an article. But a little bit of food for thought, and it just kind of shows
Mm.
that anything is possible with the royals.
Anything is.
Anything is.
I think in our lifetime, though, I don't see us having a monarchy. I can't tell you when it's going to be, but I think
You
we'll
think
see the
it'll
day
get
where
it'll
the
get
royals get
abolished?
abolished.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of the younger generation actually don't care for the royals,
Mm.
and I think that
Something like 40%, I think.
yeah, and I think the reality is that people are realizing how much they cost and how
Yeah.
much they cost us, and I think the way with the climate is going in this
Oh, but
country.
they bring in so much
Oh
tourism.
please, don't we can keep the palace. The thing is,
They
we
bloody
can.
would, because there's fuck all else you'd come to England for,
It's not
especially
the
now. Come to
weather.
London where a phone gets stolen every 2 minutes on the streets. Great one.
But Palace is still going to be there. People,
Mm.
the thing is, you come to the UK, and yeah, the royals bring in tourism, but you don't actually see the royals. You see
That's
their
what I mean. You see
buildings.
the
So
buildings. The
what are
buildings
they
are still
there for?
there.
They're the ones taking up all the
It's like the
money.
Eiffel Tower in Paris. You don't go to find the builder and find the architect. You
Exactly.
go to the
You just go to look at
building.
the building.
Same with the palace.
Exactly. So, I think potentially, if the financial crisis and the climate keeps going the way that it is, and it gets to a point where actually we're being taxed to fund them even further, because I imagine this will continue for a very long time,
Mm.
I think people will get to a point where, like, actually, no, we don't want to do this anymore. And we don't want to give our money to the royals because it doesn't actually benefit us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all the money they're bringing in, where is it going? Because I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
Are you getting it?
Nope.
Are you getting
Alan?
it? No. So, that 40% gets to like 60% and 80%, and all of a sudden there's going to be royals no more.
Well, this is the thing anyway. With them polls, they're always under exaggerated when it's like against the
Against
narrative. Do you know what I mean?
narrative,
So for
yeah.
if it's 40%, at least add another 50%. So that's 60%. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's more than half easy. I don't know
Anyone
really
that loves the
anyone
royals.
that's young that says they love the Royals. They might be indifferent about it, but the majority of people I know are like,
What
fuck them.
what I've seen is that, like, yeah, a lot of the younger people will have, like, their family might support the
Mm.
royals or like be
Yeah,
throwing these
yeah,
coronation
yeah,
parties, and they're going to them because it's family event, but like I don't support them.
yeah, hundred
I'm just here
percent.
because there's cake.
That's the thing. Because Lizzie was like what 86,
96. I think
96.
she was 96.
Right. So like most people's parents and grandparents lived through her becoming queen very young and her whole entire
Yeah, so
reign.
that's why they
So
support
there's a
it.
lot of fucking nostalgia there. There's a
Yeah,
lot of like this is inbred in their culture,
yeah,
in their upbringing, what they did, and the further in time you go back, the more British things were.
yeah.
So they've got a real love for the monarchy. I'd imagine there was portraits in schools. You have the day off to go to the jubilees and
Yeah.
all that BS. And it was a massive street parties, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously now that still does go on, but I imagine it's actually a lot toned down
Well, I
because
think there's an element of, like, other cultures have integrated into the UK.
yeah,
They don't really. Some people do care for it. Other people don't really care
yeah,
for it. They
it's all
probably
those
don't
brown
understand
people
it.
coming to the UK, and they know exactly what
No,
the
but I
royals
mean,
are
as in
about.
no, but I mean, as in, like, well, yeah, they do actually. We
Yeah,
know what you did to us.
do you know what I
But
mean?
I'm sorry. Anyone of color supporting the roles, I'm just gonna ask, are you okay? Like,
For
are you
sure,
okay?
for real.
Because I don't understand that. But the reality is we've integrated into the culture over here.
Hmm.
But a lot of us are not going to be doing coronation parties because why
No,
would we? Should we start throwing colonization parties too?
exactly.
Like, it makes no sense to me. I'm sorry.
Celebrating the people that slaughtered people, raped and pillaged countries.
Stole from your country, took your country, took the liberties, all day, every day from you and your people. I'm sorry, it's a no.
The funniest thing is, it wasn't that long ago that the United Kingdom was the British Empire.
Yeah, it's true.
Like the British Empire obviously collapsed. You think that mentality collapsed with it? No, of
No,
course it didn't. The
no,
royals are still the people that are in charge are still in charge now.
yeah. And that's why, what I was saying is that, like, these parties and these events and these things are still celebrated, but you'll notice in this, like, slightly more remote areas where it's not as
Mm.
ethnically dense.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You'll know the places I'm talking about,
yeah.
where
I
they've got
do.
the flags outside and it's like, yeah, we're supporting. And, so lots of people do celebrate it still, but, the reality is Lizzie's gone now.
Yeah,
So
and that's the thing. People had love for Lizzie, but Charles.
I don't think anyone
No
cares
one's
for
ever
her.
had love for Charles. He cheated on
Diana, who was
Diana.
the most loved.
Yeah, which he was the most loved person probably in the whole of the royals.
Yeah, for
Do you know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Debatedly between the Queen and her. Some people are Team D, some are Team L.
Yeah, but that a lot of that was just media manipulation. I feel like if
Yeah,
people knew the true story, they would just be like, "Nah, how could you do that to
yeah,
her?"
yeah, yeah. So even for the people that love the royals, I don't think inherently they might not admit it, but they don't have any love for Charles. It's more the
No.
monarchy.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
and
mean?
what it
And
stands for,
yeah,
and oh, we've got a king and a queen.
yeah, yeah. And this new face they brought in is not it.
No, and what's wild? It's wild that like he's been allowed to remarry and also marry a divorcee.